Secrets of the Seashore. Shine a light book. A tide pool is bustling with life. If you look closely between the rocks, beneath fronts of seaweed, and on the sandy bed, you will see the animals living there. Shine a flashlight behind the page, or hold it up to the light to reveal what is hidden in and around the tide pool. Discover a small world of great surprises. A tide pool is a hollow on the seashore. Can you see what happens when the tide comes in? Whoosh! The seawater flows in with the tide and fills the tide pool. Creatures that live in the seawater have waited for the tide pool to fill. What is hiding in these shells? Bubble, bubble. Mussels keep their blue shells tightly shut while the tide is out. Now they open their shells and begin to feed. Creatures cling to the rocks around the tide pool. Who can live in shells like these? Barnacles come to life in the water. They reach out their feathery legs to wave tiny pieces of food into their mouth. Flutter, flutter. Other creatures are waking up too. Where are these jewel-like animals? Stretch. Two sea anemones are searching for food with their wiggly tentacles. They eat small fish and shrimp. Dark nooks under rocks make perfect hiding places. Can you see who's resting here? Cling, cling. A crab holds its pincers up, ready to grab a tidbit to eat. The crab is on the move, but another hunter is nearby. Hold tight. A starfish uses tube-like suckers on its underside to hold on to the rock. Another animal with suckers is resting in the tide pool. Can you count its 8 arms? An octopus has 8 long arms with suckers on the underside. It crawls slowly over the rocks. There is an animal hiding in the sand. Only its eyes can be seen. What do you think it is? Splish, splash. A small fish lives in the tide pool. It hides under rocks, in seaweed, and in the sand. Another tide pool creature lives in this large shell. What do you think it could be? Surprise! A hermit crab has made his home in the empty shells. This whelk is sharing its part of the tide pool with swimming creatures. Can you see them? Swish! Shrimp move backward by quickly flicking their tails. Their see-through bodies are much easier to find when they move. Something is waving in the water. Which plants live in the sea? Slicky and slimy seaweed. It anchors itself to rocks and grows in the sun. What is slithering along in the seaweed? A whelk is looking for other shellfish. It can drill a hole through a shell to eat the creature inside. A sleek otter spotted something. Can you see what she wants for dinner? Ouch! Most animals stay away from those nasty spikes, but a sea urchin is a tasty meal for the sea otter. Which orange-beaked bird lives on the seashore? An oyster catcher is calling out to other birds. Squawk! Can you see what the oyster catcher has found in the sand? It's a clam. The oyster catcher's long beak is perfect for finding buried food. Slowly the tide retreats, and with it much of the water in the tide pool, its animals and plants are resting again, waiting for the next tide to come in. The end.